Hi guys, how are you? So today I'm making a new video after a long time, and this is a video I'm making because there is a question that comes up to me often, and the question is, what kind of bike should I buy? A lot of the video reviews I do, people ask me, what should I buy? Should should I buy a super bike? Should I buy a naked? Should I buy a tourer? Should I buy a muscle bike? Should I buy a Harley? So all these kind of questions keep coming up to me, and I have owned close to 24 bikes now, out of which I have had a couple of super bikes. I have had a sports tourer, which was a Ninja 1000, and I have something like a tourer right now, which is a ZX14R, which is a sports bike and a tourer. So and the XD Owl. So I'll just make the little video comparison of what kind of bike suits your purpose, what kind of bike you should buy, and why you should buy it. What is your purpose for it? So hi guys, how are you? So we're gonna start with the XD Owl. Now, why this bike? Because this is basically three bikes in one. It's a muscle bike. It's one inspired by the Diawl. It's a cruiser. It's a naked bike. You can call it anything you want to buy it. Call it. So anyway, I don't want to get into that. First, let's just consider the cruiser aspect of it, because this is about what kind of bikes you should buy. So I'll tell you about cruisers. So as you can see, this is the seating position on this. Now this is a very comfortable seating position, but the only issue which comes is that the wind blast is maximum at this level, because it hits you right here. Okay, this wind comes like this, you go on the back, you get a lot of shoulder pain, your arms start aching, anything like this, your shoulders will ache. Okay, and then you get that bad wind blast on this. Now, recommended for any guy who uses a Harley or wants to buy a Harley, sorry, or a XDR or any kind of cruiser, you have to know the fact that these bikes are great, but they are for relaxed riding. Okay, you have to ride relaxed on them. There is a lot of wind blast. I can put a windshield here, but still gonna hit some air on the top of my head. And because windshields are made for aftermarket parts, they do the bike does get that kind of wind blast from the front. You lose a little bit of balance sometimes if the wind is coming at a high rate or you're going too fast. But these bikes are not meant for going fast. I mean, this is meant for going fast. I'm talking about cruisers in general. Therefore, more relaxed riding positions. You want to go from here to Jaisalmer, great. Pick up the bike, go straight roads. Another issue that most cruisers in India have is low ground clearance. So the ground clearance is too low. So if you're going somewhere where you feel you can off-road, cruisers are not off-roaders. You can't off-road on these bikes. You're gonna hit something down there. You're gonna damage the bike. So anybody who's planning to pick up a Harley or this, do not buy them for speed. Do not buy them for the city, because they are not city bikes. Harleys do overheat in general. I've had 5 Harleys. So I know I had a Fat Boy, I had a Street Bob, I had a couple of Sportsters. So yeah, so that is my feedback about a cruiser. Great bikes, straight roads, relaxed riding, get one. For the city, I would not recommend. Now let's talk about the naked bike aspect of this. This is somewhat of a naked bike also, because this is a bike by Ducati. It's a cruiser, but it's got the suspension of a super bike. So that's what nakeds are generally. And it's also I had a Z1000 before, so I'll give you a little experience about my Z1000 too. Nakeds are fantastic bikes for traffic. This can turn anywhere. I just have to, kind of counter steer a little here, there, and this is going to turn. So in that aspect, this is a fantastic bike. Z1000 even better so, was a lighter bike than this, maybe by a few kilos, 10-12 kilos, and fantastic power on that. This has a little bit more power because it's an L-twin, so it's got a lot of torque. I was riding, one of your benchmark bikes, the S1000R, and the S1000R, as far as I know, has a 112 Nm of torque at 9,500 RPM, which means you have to rev it up. The Ducati has 126 Nm of torque at 5,000 RPM. So this picks up from the low end. This you don't have to rev it up. I think on a lower stretch, the Ducati will outperform anything in its way because of the torque. But that's with naked bike. Naked bikes are great for traffic. Long routes, You can, but then again you have to see the aspect of the wind blast. Though the wind blast is less than cruisers, I'll tell you why. So while you're sitting here on a cruiser, on a naked, your seating position is something like this. I mean, your feet are in the back and you're bending forward a little bit. But what happens is you do cut out on the wind. So if I can do a easy 120, 130, after 140, 150, I start feeling that wind blast. On a naked, I think I could go around 160, 170, comfortable 150. So that's the difference between a naked and a cruiser. So we have already covered that part of it. Now, so if you want to ride for the city, get a naked. Straight roads, great. But they are not that comfortable on a long route. And maybe for the hills, you can take them somewhere where there are not a lot of bumps, because these things can corner very well. This can corner fantastic. Z1000 corners fantastic. And they have great suspensions. They're built like super bikes, naked. They don't have a fairing, so they're great to handle. Some of the most fun bikes to ride. The only issue is when you're on a straight road and you want to go that, you know, I want to go 200 and all. Yeah, you can, but maybe for a second or two, because after that you're not going to be able to, you know, take that wind blast. So depends what kind of bike you want. Relaxed riding, straight highways, buy a cruiser. City riding, little bit of highway, buy a naked. More performance you want, buy a naked. They corner better than cruisers. So that's just the last point. Now we'll move on to the super bikes. My 14R is standing right behind. So I'll give you a little aspect on what kind of super bike you should buy. So yeah, this is the ZX 14R. Still the second fastest bike in the world. Still holds the quarter mile record. It's some 9.4 seconds. It's the fastest quarter mile bike up till date, even after the H2 has been launched. So a legendary motorcycle. I love this. I've had it for a lot of years and I'm never going to sell this bike. So I'll just tell you, but we are not here to discuss the bike. I've done a review, you can do that. What I'm here to discuss is sport bike. So this is not a sports bike. I had a Panigale before, so I'll talk a little about that also. Why get a sports bike? So first of all, I would like to say that anybody who's buying a sports bike to ride it in the city, you might have some fun, I'm sure. But it is going to be a hell of an uncomfortable ride. If you're not going on the track, I would not recommend a super bike. But a lot of people have grown up seeing motorcycles. Everybody wants that inline force sound and boom, boom, boom. So that's totally up to you, but not recommended. You can't do much with them. Max to max, you can go on the track, you can go to the city, but if you get stuck in a traffic jam, you'll be screwed, because you're basically sitting like this. Your entire weight is on your wrist, your back goes for a toss. So serious riders ride on the track. Everybody else who's riding on, you know, Gurgaon Faridabad road on the highways on a super bike, okay, you have that passion, great for you. But for new riders, not very usable. Not going on the track, not a usable bike, lots of power, but again high revving. Most of them are high revving motorcycles. This is not, because this is one of the torquiest motorcycles in the world. I think it's number 3 after the Rocket and the GTL 1600. So number 3 or something. Also, super bikes corner well. So, but if you're not on the track, you can't take those long corners on the road. So only for people who want a super bike because they dream of a super bike. But if you're not going on track, for new riders, I would not recommend. I had a Panigale. I wasn't going on the track, and after a while, I just realized it's not that usable for me at least. Now let's talk about the sports touring kind of. This is also called the Hyper Sports Touring motorcycle. I had a Ninja 1000 also, so I'll draw some comparisons from the Ninja 1000 and this. Okay, so first of all, the riding position. So this is a very comfortable bike to ride. Sitting like this, you foot peg the hair, but it creates a kind of an angle where you don't tire out. I've done 700 in a day on this motorcycle. No back pain, no wrist pain, nothing. So on that front, it's very comfortable. Also, the point of having a sports tourer is that for straight highways, windshield. So I have done very high speeds on it. In fact, I've done the entire speed limit. I'm not going to say it on camera, but it's, you know how much it is. I've done that a couple of times, and very easy. Not recommended. I did it when I bought the bike because I was crazy, but now I realize it's too risky. A dog or something might come in your way, and life's too precious to lose it like that. So other than that, the fairing. you can easily do speeds of 140, 150 on these bikes without feeling any kind of pressure, and you can do it non-stop. If you want to go faster, they can hit 200 plus very easily. Again, no wind blast, again not recommended on roads because you might crash into somebody. That is something that which does happen a lot nowadays. But the windshield helps you enough space to put your luggage in the back. Okay, again, I would not recommend this for the hills because super bikes do not turn. At least they don't turn the way our hills are. Those quick turns, very uncomfortable. Sweeping turns, yes. Quick turns, not recommended. So that's why on a tighter track, smaller motorcycle like 600s and 900s outperform the thousands because when they start hitting that power limit, the turn already ends. So on a tighter track, a 600 and a 1000 can go head to head because you're not allowed to turn that much. You have to get that straight for the 1000 to actually start getting that power. 14R is not like this. This has a lot of torque. So this starts picking up from the bottom and it's crazy. But let's stick to the sports touring version here. So yes, very comfortable. Wind blast, you have a lot of space. You'll always have good cushy kind of seats on the sports tourer. Even on the Ninja 1000 you can just put bags and you can just go. Great for straight roads. Like you can do Goa on this comfortably. You can go to Rajasthan, Jaisalmer. Hills no, because it won't turn. You'll get tired after a while. And maybe small hills, but if you go to Manali and all where there's an 8-hour drive in the hills, you will lose it. You will completely lose it. So don't do that. Probably you should pick up something like a naked for that, like a Z1000 or something where you can go. Too much issue, just go and buy a Africa Twin or some touring motorcycle. But I am not sure how well they turn. I've ridden a couple of them and they were okay. I think nakeds turn the best. So again this you can ride in the city also. You can just ride on first gear. It has a lot of power down low, so you can ride any sports tourer in the city. You can use them on the highways, you can use them on the hills. Little bit issue on the hills because of the turning, but yes, they can go everywhere. The only place they can't go is off-roading, and that's an issue because again, ground clearance issue. The Ninja 1000 was a little better. So for hardcore off-roading, go get a adventure bike, Tiger, Multistrada, Africa Twin, GS 1250, 1200. Just go and pick up one of these. My personal recommendation is get an Enfield. I've just bought an Enfield. You'll get to see a video about it. It's gonna come soon. So yeah. So now I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. City riding, little bit of highway, get a naked. You wanna go comfortable, easy going riding on straight roads, get a cruiser. You want performance with the touring capabilities, get a sports tourer. Get this, you can get a Ninja 650, you can get a Ninja 1000, you can get a CBR 650, whatever you want, go and get one of those. Hardcore off-roading with touring capabilities, V-Storm, Multistrada, Tiger, GS, whatever you want to do. So I hope I've kind of told you what can do what and what kind of riding positions you can use. So now, next time you think that what kind of bike you want to ride, just think about the aspects I've told you because I've probably owned everything more or less under the sun and you'll get your answer. Thank you so much and keep subscribing.